Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Oh, 7 o'clock. You can hear the church bells. So right on time. Um, Nobody's here yet, but I mean, if you are watching this on replay, please do hashtag replay, and hopefully someone will join us in a little bit. I'm sorry, but I was hungry and I didn't get to eat dinner. But it seems like somebody is in here, and I hope the person will say hi. I'm so hungry. I'm so sorry. Um, yeah. How are you all doing today? And what are you doing while you're watching me ramble with myself right now? I mean, I hope people will show up, otherwise, I'll just end this live. It isn't funny talking to yourself. I mean, I do talk to myself when I'm doing the weapon chat, but that's kind of different. So hopefully, people will show up and talk to me. Hi, Dave. Hi, Diamond Heart. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you. And yeah, Dave's not here, but hi, Chantal. Welcome, welcome. I'm happy to see you all. How are you doing today? So yeah, it's Sunday, and hopefully you will all have the day off. I know some people work on Sundays, but Dave, you gotten used to talk to yourself in lives lately. I'm so sorry your lives are so late. I would absolutely join in, but it's 4 a.m. my time, if I remember correctly. And even though I'm up quite late, at 4 I sleep. Otherwise, I would join it, absolutely. Don't people join your lives? I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, I mean, eventually you will get used to talk to yourself, right? It isn't really any different from doing the women chats. But yeah. You joined it, Chantal. I'm happy you do. He shouldn't talk to himself all the time. Uh, you get around 12 to 14 most nights. I mean, if I have 15 in here, I'll be happy. Most of the time, we've been around 10 to 12. But you know what? I actually like that because that means that you have the time to talk to people and answer the people that's in there and do chat. So yeah, I actually like that way better than some of the bigger creators, which I'm so happy for them that they have that many followers and subscribers, but they can hardly follow along in the chat. So I'm happy that so far we aren't that many. I mean, I would love for more to join my lives, but it is what it is, right? And I enjoy it. So yeah. Um I've been home alone, well, not all day, but a lot of the day today because David and his siblings were going through some of the stuff from their mother's attic. And apparently it was a lot. So, yeah, but it went a lot faster than I originally thought it would. I had expected him to be home like later tonight, but they got through with it in, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. So they had to have been very, very effective. I was, I was like, oh dear, how will their brother be? Because he's the one who's really having a hard time letting go of stuff. But apparently it went okay. And even their aunt and uncle showed up to, have a look and say hi to their nieces and to their niece and nephews, and they were having coffee and a beer and cake. How can they have cake without me? I mean, hello, I love cake. Maybe I should bake something soon. Oh well, I have to anyway soon because David is going on vacation, and there is this tradition that when you have your birthday and when you go on vacation, you bring cake. Well, I thought it was the tradition, but not everybody's doing it. And I was like, why? I mean, I would, Anthony, hi. Oh no, you lose service? Thank you. You have a great day too, Anthony. Yeah, I know, lose service. I hope you'll have a great hike today, Anthony, together with Apollo. Where are you going? Please let me know if you can. But yeah, where was I? I forgot, where was I? Pain brain. I told you, people. I forgot. Where was I? What was I talking about? Something with the attic and oh, cake. Sorry. um, Apparently, a lot of his coworkers love my baking. So if I don't bake for his vacation cake, whatever, I I guess I'll have a bunch of angry men outside our doorway. So I have to. But it is kind of nice to know that people like my baking. Ooh, northern Colorado near the Wyoming border. Take pictures, please. I would love to see it. Oh well, I'm pretty sure you'll do a vlog about it, but and I hope you have a great trip. Sadly, you won't be able to join my guest at DMC unless you have looked at it and already have a guess. Because we're having another guest at DMC today. We will wait a little and see if more people would join, because it is a little more fun when people are here, right? Sadly, we won't have Francesca in here today because she is on a date with her husband. They're going on a picnic and then they'll go to a fair. So, yeah, she wrote me, said, I'm sorry. I was like, don't feel sorry. I mean, spending time with your husband or family is way more important than my life. I mean, life is important, right? And husbands and wives and kids and family is so important. I mean, you can't live your life in here, right? I mean, you can, but I guess you lose in the end. I don't know. It's easier for me sometimes to do all this YouTube things because I do it when my husband leaves for work. The only exceptions is my live on Sundays because he's right now in our TV room watching this funny little cartoonish. Yeah, it's kind of like a cartoon, but the old-fashioned way of cartoon called Primal. I don't know if you've seen it or heard about it, but it's actually kind of funny, and I'm a little bummed that he's watching it without me because, hello, I find it so funny. If you don't know what it is, try Googling it. Go to YouTube. Well, after I'm done with my live, please, um, and search for Primal. It is also on HBO. Isn't it HBO? It's on HBO. Um, and it's so funny. It's about this prehistoric guy and a dinosaur. It's kind of funny, and they don't really talk a lot. It's kind of like noises and music and nature sounds. It is so funny. Well, yeah, funny, but also it's kind of sad and dark. But yeah, we like that one. So, have you seen it, heard about it? And what do you think about it? Oh no, I'm boring. People are leaving me. Well, I think it's Anthony leaving us, but it's okay. Mm. Sorry, I'm still hungry. But I'll try not to eat very much. What are your plans for today? What have you been doing this weekend? Yesterday we visited my mother-in-law in her senior home or care facility, and then we went shopping. After that, we needed some groceries, and when we were on the way to the store, we stopped to look at a car because David has been talking about this car he would want us to have to. Well, it is a great car. It's one that you step into, not down in. And I really like that because of my back. But we had one, used one in the close by. Oh, look at that. Anthony just sent me this picture. Isn't it beautiful? Just driving and driving. And these long, long, straight highways you have in the US. It's amazing. Dave, I've been letting ADD run wild instead of doing the productive things I should be doing. I have videos to film and customers to call for work and an apartment to clean, and nothing is getting done. You know what, Dave? Some weekends you just need to let go and enjoy yourself. I mean, we do that too. Well, we do clean, especially the bathroom. And other than that, we have Dora to do the vacuuming. So that is a help, especially with 4 cats in the house. You do need to vacuum every now and then, otherwise, the fluff takes over, especially when you have a long haired cat. Sometimes when we get out in the morning, we look around like, who killed the cat? I mean, there's these giant fluffs all over the place. I'm like, will I find a naked cat in a minute? Because it's amazing how much hair that cat can lose and still have a full body of fur. But yeah, so that is necessary. Diamond Heart, I'm cleaning and seasoning my cast iron pans. Interesting. How do you do that? Season them. I would love to know. Oh, look at this little thingy. David had it with him when he came home. I want to find out what kind of metal it is, if I can clean it. So I want to go to a jeweler and have them look at it. But look at that little human being, that little child. It kind of looked like a Chinese or Asian person, doesn't it? With the eyes. Hi, Nina. You think it's 10, Pewter? Maybe. But isn't it adorable? Oh dear, we lost people here. I'm sorry. I'm boring, apparently. But yeah, it's adorable. I saw it and I was like, we need this. We need this in here. Dave, coat them in either shortening or lard and put it in a very hot oven to bake the oil. Let cool, repeat, and that makes them non-stick. Huh, I didn't know that. Diamond Hot, heat the pan, add oil or Crisco, and let cool. I had no idea you could do that. But then again, I don't really use cast iron pans. Maybe my parents-in-law did this because they had cast iron pans. Yeah. Nina, the fire is almost ready to bloom. It's got these, and I'm starting to see the red in them. So yeah, They will have flowers very soon. Oh, I understand that you love them. They're just way too heavy for me to juggle with. Um, I have tried several times, and we had one some years ago, and I couldn't. I couldn't. It looks the buds still look beautiful. I can't wait for them to bloom. But and it's amazing how fast they grow. I mean, just a few days ago, you could just see these little buds showing up, and then every day I can actually see how it's growing. It's amazing. Dave, after seasoning, never ever clean with soap and water or anything more adhesive than a plastic scrubber pad. Usually a hot water rinse with a paper towel dry does all that's needed. Wow, that's amazing. Huh. Hi, Paige. How are you doing today? Thank you for coming. That is amazing, Dave. I knew that you did something to them, and I knew that people often would just dry them over, and my little head was thinking bacteria and I don't know what. Yeah, apparently they clean up easy. I've seen people, just take a wipe and then wipe them off, and I'm like, don't you need to wash it or clean it? I mean, there's fat in there, and if you leave that, it'll be bacteria, and yeah. Remember to put a piece of plastic or paper under it. The nectar is quite sticky. Oh, thank you, Nina. I didn't know that. The bacteria resistant diamond heart? Amazing. Dave, I have some of my great grandmother's cast irons that's well over 100 years old that I still use. Looks brand new. Huh, that is amazing. See, I learned something today. Thank you. I love learning new things. Hi, Linda. Hey, Robbie, how are you today? Yeah, it's nice to see you too. Paige is all right. She's tired, looking forward to spend some time with your partner before he goes away for work tomorrow. Where does he work and where is he going? Well, that's nice to hear, Robbie. Diamond Heart haven't bought pants for years. The pants we had before the ones that we bought last year, we had for, I don't know, 12 years or something. I know compared to 100 years, that is nothing, but yeah. Then we bought new ones last year from, darn it, what's the name of them? Anywho, there is an unboxing of them in my channel somewhere. Um, and apparently, you can do almost anything to them. And basically, you can take a piece of paper and then, just clean it off. Nothing will stick to it. And so far, it's been true. And it has this little honeycomb pattern on it. It is, it's amazing. And they're so lightweight that me, with my bad neck and pain everywhere, I can almost juggle with them. They're so amazing. So yeah, I hope they will last for many years. At least 12, right? And who knows? Maybe by then there will be something even better. Who knows? Huh. When I started this live 20 minutes ago, the sky outside was blue and sunny, and now it looks like rain in a few minutes again. Isn't it funny? This is June weather in July. I mean, in Denmark, it's very common that June is, the weather changes every 5 minutes. But July usually, it knows what it wants. Either it's sunny or it's raining. Not like this. But yeah, we have to see what August is bringing. Paige, he's in the armed forces. I think the best way to put it, that he has guard duty in Okay, yeah, okay. So how long will he be away? Hi, Marie Casey. Welcome. I'm happy to see you. Dave just had huge crack of thunder outside. Ooh. As a child, I hated thunder and lightning. But today I actually, I would stand in the window and just look out at it. It's so fascinating. And I'm inside, so that's that's good. Nina, today here in Yelling, it has been rain, sun, rain, thunder, rain, thunder, rain. We've had sun every now and then. And we might have had thunder. I don't know. I don't know because my hearing is bad, and when I'm doing something, I can't hear it. I haven't seen lightning, but I mean, this outside here, it could have thunder in it. And by now, I need the sunshine back. I know that I, about a month ago, said we needed the rain. Okay? I know that. But we have had almost a month of rain. I need the sun back, please. I need like 25 degrees and sun, especially in about 14 days, because David's vacation starts there. And it would really be nice with, sunshine and not rain every day. Dave, if storm chasing had been a thing back when I was in high school, I'd probably be one now. Ooh, I have seen some of the shows with these storm chasers. It looks fantastic, but I'd be terrified. I mean, what if one of those hurricanes or whatever grabs you and just throws you away? I'd be so terrified. Uh, Page, just one night and the next work day. He has another one later this week, normal work hours besides that. Last week he was away a lot, so this isn't so bad. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, are you used to it? Kind of like when David was driving all over Northern Europe and he could be gone 12 to 14 days at a time. I mean, it was what it was, and I knew it. Nina, yes, sun and summer, thank you. Robbie, it's been very hot in Canada. Well, please send some of it here. I need it by now. I mean, my body and I we aren't on good terms when it's this changeable in the weather. I heard a lot more, and I don't know. I mean, for several days this week, I have just been sleeping all the time because I was in so much pain. Even with the new medicine that I'm taking, it's just been sleeping and sleeping and sleeping, which is apparently what my body does when I'm in extra pain, which is good. I would much rather sleep and not feel the pain than be awake and have to come to terms with the extra pain. Paige, you love to watch Storm Chasers? Me too. I mean, I can't remember what channel it was, but they actually had two different shows with the Storm Chasers, and I loved watching them, especially back when I was sick the first time and I couldn't do anything other than sit on the couch and watch TV. I watched these shows and other shows all the time because I had nothing else to do. I mean, I couldn't do anything. So yeah, I loved it. And I also watched some of these, where people have bought a storage room and then all of a sudden stop paying for them. And here came the rain. And then people, went to this auction and bought the storage room, hoping for there to be, that they can get their cash back. I loved those as well. And it was so funny when they bought a storage box and it had absolutely nothing but trash in it. It was so funny to see how some of them got mad. Paige, I used to live with someone who both worked in the North Sea and went on band tours. This is fine in comparison. Well, absolutely. Um, you're not doing that again. Well, I mean, when David was away for 14 days at a time, it was, it was what it was. And we talked a lot. I mean, sometimes when he had these long stretches of driving up through Norway or Sweden, we would talk a lot about everything and nothing, how he was doing and what I was doing here at home, how was the cats, and you know, we were just talking a lot. So I mean, it was actually beneficial for our relationship because we conversed so much. So it wasn't, as we were apart. Dave, storm chasing is quite safe. Most see, there's a word I can't say today. Meteorologists and can see where a storm is going and can make an educated guess on the movement of a tornado so they can get close but stay far enough away. I know that, Dave, but some of these shows, and storms and tornadoes are unpredictable because I saw in some of those shows, I saw how the tornado just landed right beside them, and they were kind of like, "Where did you come from?" And the weather was horrible, and they had a hard time getting away from it. So even though you have all these forecasts and I don't know what, the weather is unpredictable. So yeah, you can't always know exactly what is going to happen, especially with a storm. So, but it is very interesting. And they always got away. I think once or twice I saw, that they weren't as lucky, but they got away with their lives, except the cars needed, yeah, they needed new cars. I have seen that. But it was really interesting. And they talked a lot about, what was happening in a hurricane. And they had all these little transponders that they threw into the hurricane to see, how does it work and how strong are the winds. And I loved it. It was so fascinating. But then again, I love to learn new stuff and how the world is working. And yeah, I really like that. So it speaks right into my curious little mind. So yeah, it is amazing how the weather works. I mean, I have a friend who's a meteorologist, and she has taught me a lot. I mean, she lives with me asking a bunch of questions about, how can you see, how can you predict, what do you look at in these screens, and how do you know if it's rain or snow, especially in the winter, right? Sometimes you have snow and not rain, and then the other way around. And how do you predict um, when there'll be black ice? Or I find it fascinating because it isn't, common knowledge. It's kind of like, with the anatomy. I love knowing how the body works and yeah, what happens if you do this to the body and what happens if that is going on. For instance, hi Dawn, how are you doing? So good to see you. For instance, did you know, I might have said this before, but that is fascinating. Your intestines, you can put a knife into it and you wouldn't feel it, right? You could actually slash your intestines and you wouldn't feel it. But if you have gas or constipated and the intestines is getting a little bigger, expanding. That's the word we were looking for. Expanding itself, you experience big pain. So it's usually totally the other way around. Hi, Gail. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. And I'm sorry for the subject right now. Um, Thank you, Dawn. It's to be expected with the weather we have right now. Um, but everything else in your body, I mean, if you stab your skin or get into an accident where your liver is hurt or something, you would feel it. But hurt your intestines and you won't feel it. It is, I don't know why, and I haven't had anyone that could explain to me why the intestines is built like that instead of, the other way around. I need to find a doctor that can explain that to me. A doctor is needed. Because I've been thinking about that, how can it be that they're so different? Anywho, if any of you know, please tell me. I mean, don't we have no? Isn't it Anna? Which has been a while since I saw her. That Anna works at a hospital. Maybe she'll know. Like have to see the next time she pops in. Most organs doesn't have any nerve endings, but you feel, the lungs. You can feel when they collapse. If something happens to your liver or your something like that. Yeah, I know they don't have nerve endings, but you will still feel it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I was taught that when I can't remember. I was taught it in some of my educations for working with the elderly. And then I read a lot about it. Again, anatomy. But yeah. Oh, speaking of anatomy, my mother in law fell this morning and she broke her pelvis. They can't really do anything about it. So, yeah, they had to send her home, give her a lot of painkillers. And now we'll have to see what's going to happen. And I mean, I I am worried that she's forgetting that this happened and then she'll try to get up and walk and fall again. I mean, that's my fear. Um, First, they were worried that she broke the hip, but a broken hip they can do something about, right? Um, but yeah, the issue is she isn't getting enough fluid, so she's dehydrated. She takes off her oxygen all the time. hmm And then she has this walker, this rolling walker that she needs to use because her balance isn't the best. But she doesn't drink enough. She takes off her oxygen and she walks without that one. So it is an accident waiting to happen. I mean, she's fell before, and it's amazing that nothing had happened until now. Yeah, thank you, Dawn and Paige. It is. I feel so sorry for her, but I mean, there's nothing we can do about it other than tell her again and again and again, be careful. But I mean, she forgets it like 10 minutes later. Dawn, your name brings back memories. I went to school with some McCreary's, Dan and Dawn. Oh, that's funny. Talking about my mother-in-law, remember to hydrate. But yeah, I hope to get over it soon, but we'll have to see. I will try to do my best at least. Maybe I need to figure out how to train her a little because I don't think. And this is the horrible part. The city that we live in, I don't think they do a lot of physiotherapy when people live in care facilities. I don't know. But hopefully her house will be sold soon and then we can buy physiotherapy for her. I mean, she needs it. She needs some help. Otherwise, I fear that she won't get back on her legs again. Don, that's funny, Dave. I'm married to a McCreary. Huh. What was your maiden name, Don? And how usual is it in the US that people keep their own maiden names, their own birth names, or that the husband takes the woman's name? See, now I'm curious again. Is that Weber or Weber? Because Weber would be with two B's, right? See again, curious minds inquires. David's and my last name is a mix of both our last names because when I was baptized, my name was Mia Rabik Barming, and David's name was David Hansen. And then we looked at each other, what should our names be? None of us really wanted to give up our last name. So we kind of made our own. I mean, today our name is Barming Hansen with a hypophysis. What is it called? This thing between. I keep forgetting that. I have a word in my mind, but I can't say it. And I'm not sure it's right. Yeah. Oh, hi, Auntie. I was just thinking about you earlier today. How are you doing? How was the vacation? Dave, husband taking the woman's last name is becoming more common today than it used to be. However, many women hyphenate. That's the word I was looking for. Hyphenate. Yeah, I mean, that is a great thing to do, right? That way you can get the best of two worlds. And if you have children, they again have both names. Hyphenate. Yes. Thank you, Dave. I was like, what is the name of that? I know it, but brain pain. Hi, Catherine. How are you doing? You're going away for a few days. That's cool. Nice. Cool, nice. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't decide. Where are you going? I mean, our vacation isn't going to be all that interesting because if the house is getting sold, it needs emptying. And there is a lot out there. So that is going to be interesting. Mm. Angie, you're on your way home? That's nice. Where did you end up going? Uh, Linda, my first marriage, I didn't change my last name. My second marriage, I did. I think some people do change it if they are professionals like lawyers and doctors. Oh, yeah, don't change it. Yeah. Hampshire in the UK. Oh, that should be beautiful. I have heard that at least. Yeah, and some it's just personal preference. Yeah. For me, it was a little bit because in Denmark, Hansen is a common last name. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's as common anymore, but it used to be. And it's like every time you met 10 people, at least one of them would be Hansen, right? And I was like, I have always had two rare to at least very uncommon last names. So I was like, is that just just became Emilia Hansen, I would kind of disappear in the world, right? And I wasn't quite ready for that. And David was attached to his last name, so that's why we hyphenated. And I threw away Rabik because I never used it, and I didn't have any positive memories of using that name. So yeah. Yeah, Angie, it does sound lovely where Catherine's going. Exactly, Linda. I got what you meant with the Dave. Most people who don't change their last names are usually entertainers or otherwise established in the public. Exactly. Dawn, Francesca isn't here today because she is out with her husband. They had a picnic. Oh, they are going to have a picnic and going to the fair, a fair. So yeah, she wrote me. I was like, I'm sorry, I won't be here. And I was like, you know what? Family time is way more important than my life. And she went, no, well, you're important too. It's like, thank you, but husband is more important. So no sneaks today. I was looking forward to that flower though. So yeah. Yes, Dave, she's on a date. So we have to wait until next week to another one of the sneaks. But yeah, I mean, that is important, right? Spending time with family is so important. I mean, Facebook, YouTube is amazing, and I love having all of you in my life. I mean, you're my friends, but real life and family is important too. At least some of the family, not everybody, but some. Oh, that reminds me. Yesterday, when we were visiting my mother-in-law, I met when we were going to leave. I met the mother of one of my childhood friends. Her husband is in the same care facility, and we talked for a while. Um, and we talked about how it was when I was a child and how I was always spending time at their house because neither my friend or I wanted to be at my home because of my mom. I mean, we weren't allowed to play alone. If my brother wanted to join us, we had to. Otherwise, my friends would be sent home, and I'd be grounded for I don't know how long. So it was just a lot easier for me to be there. And it's basically like I was there more than I was at home, and she just loved it because she took care of us. She made us food and tea, and yeah, it was amazing. But her husband isn't doing very well, and he doesn't like living there, and I feel so sorry for him. Paige, our daughter has my partner's name even though we're not married. The standard is for the baby to get the mother's last name. He just has a very rare one, and I wanted it to continue on. Oh, that's cool, Paige. Couldn't you take the name without you being married? I've heard that before. Dave, when my ex wife and I divorced, she kept my last name so the kids could keep it. Can't they keep their name even if the mom changed her last name? Huh. I mean, over here, that's very normal that the ex wife or ex husband changed their name back to whatever it was before. Well, some do, not everybody, of course, but the kids keep their christening names because you can't just change that. Paige, if we get married, I will probably take his name for the same reason. There's only like 14 people. Oh, wow. That is a rare name. That's cool. Hmm. I don't know. With my last name, Warming, there is actually quite a lot of them. Um, even though, I mean, we have some that is spelled with a single V, and then like me with a double V. But as a child, I didn't know how many people there were. And if you ask my mom, it was very rare. It was nearly nobody with that name. And then I grew up, and the internet came, and Facebook came, and Google, and everything. And now I know how many people it really lives with my last name. So I'm like, well, it's not that rare, is it? But I just like it, you know. And um, I've had some English speaking people being like, oh, warming up, aren't we? And I'm like, yeah, well, it isn't exactly said like that in Denmark, but yeah, you can say that. If that helps you remember my last name, just think of warming up. I mean, mm, Angie, weekends in the summer are pretty much husband and dog walking time. I haven't had a lot of spare time for YouTube and lives, but fall will be here soon. It will. 1 month of summer left, and then it's my birthday. Yay! I mean, we don't usually celebrate birthday months over here, but yeah, I don't really celebrate my birthday, to be honest. I mean, no, I don't. I love my birthday, I do, because it's my day, but I don't have, I don't expect gifts or, you know, it's just, it's my day. And I like when people, congratulate me or, something like that. But it's not like I don't need a big party and I don't need, it's hard to explain. It's my birthday, but then again, it isn't a big hoo ha or something. Paige, no, you need a connection to the name, especially one like that, I think. Do you need, Paige, do you need permission to get the name? We have that here. Sometimes if it's a very rare name, you need permission from family members to take it when you marry, for instance. It's a bit, I was thinking, okay, I could understand it if, we were just living together or somebody is living together and then you want to take the name for the sake of kids. But if you're marrying each other, why would you want to ask permission to get that rare last name? That I don't understand. Dave, Andy, you walk your husband? That's super nice of you. Yeah, husbands and wives do need walking every now and then. It's very important for them to get some fresh air or something. And Andy laughing. Hi, Sharon, Shaz. How are you doing? You're sorry you're late? Absolutely not a worry in the world. Oh, when you're here, hang on. I wanted to show you the one that was not straight. Hang on. I still need to buy. Yeah. Can you see it isn't exactly straight? It's bending a little. It isn't a lot, but it is bending. Linda, I was doing some genealogy and traced your maternal grandmother's side back to the 1700s Norway. So much seeing how many names, changes, and people spread out. It is amazing, isn't it? Um, for instance, over here, it was very common that when a child was born, it was like, for instance, the dad's name was Lars, and then you got your last name as Lars' son, and that was normal for years. Yeah. Mm. Oh, that's nice, Paige, that you don't need that permission because apparently you do that here with some names at least. Jess is saying hi. Okay, the resin will straighten it. Good. I will send it soon. I just needed to buy those hard candy or whatever you want to call it that we talked about that put in my Earl Grey tea for a sore throat. I just need to buy those and then I will ship it. Maybe I find something else to ship with it, but just we'll see. We'll see what I'll end up putting in it. But yeah, I can't wait for you to do these resin ones. All of these I got off of AliExpress, and they're kind of like wands, magic wands. And then you can make them into a pencil, or you can make them into diamond pens and stuff like that. I'm not making anything with resin, Dawn. I bought them for Sharon. So yeah, I just wanted to buy her something because she talked about wanting these wand molds, and I was like, oh, I know where I can buy those. So yeah. Oh, you're gonna make an actual wand? Wow, that would be fun. Then again, it would be fun if you could make a diamond painting pen that was round with some of these. I would love that. Yeah, thank you, Shaz. So Tor turned off Wi-Fi. It's okay, Nina. We didn't have Thor here. We just had the rain. But a lot of the time, I don't know if, sometimes it just goes right across, you know, outside of our home. It was the same, with some of the pictures I showed last time. We had this big thunderstorm coming, and I was standing outside just looking at it, pass us, and we didn't even get rain. So that's interesting. I don't know if it's a thing out here. I know where my parents-in-law used to live before my father-in-law died. They would often, because they were up high, they would just see every storm just split and move right past them. That would be so cool, Sharon, if you could make one of these wands round. That would be fun. I mean, you want to know something that I find interesting? Sharon, hang on, hang on. These aren't exactly the same size. This one is a little smaller, and this one fits perfectly when I'm using it. This one, however, I mean, I can use it, no issues at all, but it's kind of like it's a little different in my hand. Isn't that weird? I mean, it isn't a lot smaller. Maybe it's just enough for it to feel different in my hand. Yeah. Catherine, you have rain too? We have had rain for, I don't know, a month or so. Angie, don't you want, before you go for lunch, don't you want to be a part of my guest at DMC? Because I think it's about time for that guest at DMC. If you haven't already checked it, go to my community page, look at the color, and take a guess. Dave, you couldn't diamond paint with that tassel? It would drive you nuts. When it doesn't really annoy me. And if it annoys you, you would just take it off. I like it. The only time where you have to be careful is when you're sometimes when you're using a bigger tray and then you're stabbing your diamonds. Sometimes you need to be careful just a little bit. Oh, they're optional, yes. I mean, if you don't like them, you could remove them. But I find them kind of funny. And I like that they match the pen. So yeah, go look at my color I put in and please guess the DMC. I would love if you can to see if you can guess it this week because last week apparently it was too easy. It's pink. I don't know DMC. Last week people found it way too easy. So I did my best this week to make it a little harder. So yeah, let's see if any of you can guess it this week. But then again, Anthony isn't here and he was acing it last week. He was having it guessed in less than a second almost. Shaz is guessing 154. Angie is 817. Dawn is saying be right back. Catherine is guessing 645. So far, Catherine. Sharon! Sharon nailed it. 601. Yes. I was finding it fun because 600 and 601 are quite close. So yeah, 601 it was. It's a beautiful color, by the way. I don't even know, do I have it in this one? Hold on. No. I need a diamond painting with 601 in it. 718. That is a beautiful color too, by the way. Yeah. 601 is beautiful. I want a diamond painting with 600 and 601s in it. Can you hear the bird? Are you gonna guess 718, Dave? That is a pretty one too. It really, I mean, all the pink ones is beautiful. I was also looking at some of the blues, um, and those are amazing too. But the funny thing is, the chart that I'm looking at. Hi, Snuggy. How are you doing today? Thank you for being here. The chart that I was looking at, and then I went to one of those pages where you can, see which colors you can switch if you don't have a certain color, or, for instance, if you're doing a cross stitch conversion, and you don't have these below 50 colors. So you see, what colors could I use to switch? But in that page, the color was totally different. So I was like, which color should I trust? I don't know. Snuggy. But yeah. I mean, the past few days I've been using this, my sunset pen as I call it. And I don't have a multiplacer in it yet because I do single place this one. Because for some reason I don't succeed in multi-placing in this one. Plus a lot of it is confetti. But maybe because I learned to multi-place on Diamond Art Clubs and they are a little more snug than this one. That is why I'm having trouble. I don't know. Maybe I just need to practice more. But then again, most of my diamond paintings are, as you can see, Diamond Art Club. Oh, that's nice to hear, Snuggy, that you're doing good. What are you doing today? You have a message DAC has a new image vote. They usually have those every last Sunday of the month by now, I think. I need to go take a look when I'm done here. I mean, you're way more important than Diamond Art Club. By the way, did any of you get anything yesterday? I mean, I decided to put myself on a no buy, right? And apparently it's kind of a rule. Whenever you put yourself on a no buy, the company that you said you wouldn't buy from anymore just releases like a gazillion diamond paintings you want to buy. And I told David, and he was like, "Well, why don't you just buy them?" And I mean, that isn't really the point of a no buy. I like the Harry Potter ones. I loved the cat that was hiding under the skirt. I mean, hello. Um, I loved it. And if that cat, if it had been a orange cat, I would 100% have bought it because that is what Pelle does, our ginger cat. Whenever he can, do it, he's going to hide beneath me. If I crouch down, to cuddle him, he'll just crawl in between my legs and cuddle. I mean, yeah. Snaggy, yes, because I don't have a lot of places to put it. I need to get over here. I have some boxes, some have yarn in it and stuff, and I need to clean that out. And then I can put some of them over there, but that is a work in progress. And I also have a lot of stuff over here that you can't see, thank God. I need to take a look at that as well. And some of them can come over there. But again, it is a work of progress. I also need to find out what to do with all these. Maybe I should put them, on my marketplace and tell that, say that people can come and get them because I don't need them. Sharon Snuggle, thanks to you and Enza, only 42 to go. Are you reaching a goal, Sharon? I have been losing subscribers the past days. You know what? It is their loss, right? I mean, I'm not here for subscribers. I only know it because when I go to the YouTube studio thingy, it blows it up. Hi, Angel. You didn't get anything yesterday, but today you got House on a Cliff. Didn't think I would ever be able to get that one. Oh, that's good. Oh, and I also like the Jeremiah Kettner one, the one with the owls. So that's four: two Harry Potter, the cat, and the Jeremiah Kettner. And they all ended up in my wish list. Because, the road to 500 followers. I'm still working on the road to 350, but it'll happen one day in about 10 years, maybe. I don't know. It'll take the time it takes. I'm not really, you know, thinking about it all that much. It's, I like it when I have this number and about 10 to 15 people show up in my lives. I mean, that is amazing. We'll get there, Sharon, eventually. I mean, I'm not really in a lot of hurry. It's taking the time it needs to take. So, yeah. And I don't know, for some reason, I have no idea if it's the old subscribers that is disappearing again, or if it's the new one that decides, I don't really like this channel, and then floof, off they go again. But again, it isn't really a big deal. It is just, I mean, why would somebody follow a channel if you don't like it? I also sometimes remove myself from from channels. I mean, I haven't removed myself from any diamond painting channels, have I? Maybe one or two that, ended up I didn't like their personality or they treated other people bad. Um, Maybe. I can't remember right now. But, you know, some of the other channels that I used to follow, there was an animal channel I followed, and I ended up getting, you can go in and see which videos the channels that you're subscribed to, which videos have they released, and then this animal channel, they put up like 12 videos every day, and I was overwhelmed by the sheer number and I couldn't see whatever other people were releasing. So I was like, okay, I have to remove that one. And again, because I didn't really watch these videos, so I had to let them go. And now I can see what other people are putting up. And then I think I had removed one that spoke French, and I don't speak French. So I didn't really understand what they were talking about. I only followed because they showed some diamond painting every now and then, and they kind of stopped. So, man. Have you done that? Removed yourself from creators, and why? I would love to know. Dave, have you experienced people just moving on? And have you ever gotten an explanation? I would really love to know. I mean, I don't need an explanation. I can kind of guess that it's just me not being interesting enough, which is okay. And also, the past few weeks I have been a little unreliable because of my health. Um, so yeah. I mean, it is what it is, Nike. But I would like to get to 350 one day. The funny thing is, most people go like, "Oh, I want to reach 500 because I don't know, I have 300 now." So the next, and nothing against you, Sharon. This is just or 1,000. I want 1,000 subscribers because then I can be monetized. And it's like, if you only do your your diamond painting channel or your whatever channel to be monetized, then you're not here for the right reasons. Oh, you finished your Care Bear painting? Yay! I wish you could see it. Dave, yep, but I took a break from YouTube for a year after Amber and I broke up. Before then, I was getting 40 plus on lives and I had 1,700 subs. Lost 200 subs, and now I'm lucky to get 12 to 15 viewers in live. That sucks. There's your next shout out, Snuggy. Ah, Paige, I get periods where people unsubscribe. Sure. I want to guess it's personal preference and that I'm inconsistent. Maybe. And I have been inconsistent for the past, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. Sharon, I'm lucky if I get 6 at my lives, but I'm happy with that. I keep missing them, and it isn't on anything personal. It's just sometimes it's during the day, especially in the weekends when I'm running around doing stuff. So I'm like, oh, darn it, I missed it again. But then I always watch on replay. So yeah. Oh no, Snuggy, you lost 12? I'm so sorry. And I know people said, if people haven't been in your channel for this and this how long, they will be unsubscribed. I mean, I have had channels that I haven't been in for, I don't know, at least 2 or 3 years, and I'm still subscribed. So it can't be that. It has to be people going in and press the unsubscribe button. Yeah. Sharon, 12 to 1 UK time Saturday, but I understand most will watch on replay. Yeah, see, that is 1 to 2 here, and Saturdays will often be out, grocery shopping or whatever, or I will be asleep in the couch because fatigue. But I do replay. Dave, there's also a lot more channels since I went away, and when I left, we kind of had an unspoken rule in the community of not going live when someone else was, but there's too many channels for that now. I know, Dave. I mean, there is kind of still that rule, in kind of the circle that knows each other. I chose this slot because there wasn't anybody else having this slot amongst the people that I know and talk to. So, I mean, no, there isn't the rule anymore because we're too many, but we all have our social circles, right? I mean, you can't know everybody. You just can't. And you can't follow everybody. You can, subscribe to them to help them, but you can't just be with everybody. I mean, for instance, with your live, I'm sleeping at that time, even though I would love to join it. And other people's go live at, like, for instance, Tima, for instance, she goes live like the same hour you do when it's 4 a.m. here. And what's her name is Coffee. That is around 5 a.m. my time. So, I don't have a chance to watch those lives. But then again, you put up a video? What video do you put up, Snaggy? Linda, I have not removed myself from YouTubers unless I found out they might be hateful or racist, etc. But I have left a Facebook group or two for too much drama. Oh, absolutely. I have left Facebook groups as well. Sharon, I have bipolar and sometimes I just cannot do videos. And because of living with special needs people, I have to record around them and cannot get to a schedule. Sharon, I mean, there is plenty channels out there that doesn't have any schedule at all. That just put up videos when they can. And in my world, that is just as fine as having a schedule. I mean, I have a schedule and sometimes I don't follow my own schedule. So, Dawn, are you still in here? I mean, I don't really have a lot of much here today, but can't you put in Sharon's YouTube page? I would love to get monetized one day, but that's because I have a dream of having some of my income be from something created that I love, even if it's just a little bit. Being monetized on YouTube isn't a big hit. I mean, you rarely make any pennies at all, which especially if you aren't one of those, big channels with thousands upon thousands, even 10,000s of subs, then you might make money off of it. But the regular small channels, they rarely make any money. I have a coughing cat. Why do they have to cough right outside of my door? Yeah, but the rules is within the cliques. Yeah, I know. I don't think I have. Well, apparently my people in my lives are my clique. Yeah. Snacky, I think it's because of the giveaways. Oh, Sharon. Honestly, the fact you support me and are my friend means the world to me. You too, Sharon. I'm happy for peeps to replay. I often catch yours on replay. I mean, replay is just as important as the live ones, especially if you're one of those that doesn't have a lot of people in your lives. Replays is way, way more important. Um, well, Dave, I'm cheap and cheerful. No rules in my group except no bullying. Simple as that. Oh, yeah. I mean, no bullying. And then I have, when Berta, Berta is here, but she's lurking and, she's lurking and lurking. But my rule in my channel is that I help other people out as much as I can. I mean, last week, Dave got some extra followers, I think, and I try to link to everybody, or my subscribers link to everybody, just because we need to support each other instead of, being against each other or stealing from each other's subscribers. I don't know. I mean, and a lot of the bigger channels I have been in, like, no self promoting, or talking about your own channels, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I mean, I love to promote people. I love if other people write that, oh, I have a channel, and I love it. Um, Competition is on my channel. Oh, and Catherine subscribed to Snuggie. Sharon, I'll never be monetized. I do this for hobby, to make me happy and to make friends. I'm housebound. You're all my way of experience the world. Exactly. I mean, it is to get to know people and to show off what I'm doing. And thank you, Berta. Linda's Crafty Life. I try to be here every Sunday, but it's errand day, so sometimes we run to pay a bill or grocery shopping. We did all that yesterday. You know how much I appreciate it. I know, and I know people try, but again, life. So, and I try to be in people's life as well, but life. So, yeah. Snaggy, to be honest, if I made money YouTube, I would be getting more. Yeah. And YouTube does take a lot of the money that you're getting. Paige, I know I make videos because I want to get better at making them and give people a nice place to hang out. It would just be cool. Diamond painting and giveaway. Paige, maybe you should do a buy me a coffee or something. That would maybe be better. I have been thinking about making one of those because I'm like, a lot of people have Patreon, but my personal opinion is, for a Patreon, you need to have more subscribers. I mean, for me to have a Patreon with 300 subscribers would be weird, because maybe one or two of them would be on Patreon, but that's just me. So yeah. Catherine, I'm glad you subscribed. Nina, I usually open YouTube when I start the computer and put your channel in on the background, and I just go all day that way. Thank you, Nina. I absolutely think it do work. And Berta wrote, Dave's in. Hi, Berta. I'm happy to see you here. Dave, I understand no self promoting to a point, but realistically, we're all sharing the same core of subscribers. All of our sub lists have the same names. Exactly. There might be, I mean, I know that my subscribers is everywhere else, but again, I mean, I don't mind. Maybe it's because I'm still just a tiny channel, but I don't really mind at all. Hi, Linda. Diamonds for Linda. But you know what? You're here, so you can't be late. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they have to make their money. Absolutely. But sometimes, I mean, what I have heard is like they take more than half apparently. Sorry, it's the same with the YouTube memberships. You just get a little of it, but sometimes it's easier for people to do the memberships here on YouTube than on Patreon, for instance, because you can do lives and then say it's only for memberships. I don't know. Again, you need to have 1,000 subscribers to do a membership, but yeah. Mm, Sharon, yes, David, I agreed, but be careful saying that bleep bleep will that the bleep bleep will say you're part of a clique. Well, but while I'm talking now, give those thumbs up or else. Ooh, yes, please give a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. Paige, I don't know. I'm worried I'd come off as a money grabbing. I was uncomfortable enough to be honest with you about my dream. At least that would be from something I made. Absolutely. I mean, but I do know that a lot of people have a buy me a coffee or whatever it is, and I am considering it, but maybe, maybe not. Dave, that absolutely helped the creator. A lot of the stats are based on watch hours. To get monetized, you need 4,000 watch hours, and now only 500 subs. YouTube recently changed the subs from 1K. I still have 1,000 on mine. It says 1,000, David. Uh, I did better. I don't want my butt kicked. Paige, I don't mind when others have them though. So I'm not making sense. You can think it's okay for others and then don't think it's okay for yourself. I mean, I know that. Pencil, my watch hours are way down. PR packages stepped because my watch hours down. Yeah, yours says 1,000 too, right? It's weird. I'm halfway to the monetizations with my watch hours, but with my viewers, I'm only a third of the way. It's okay. See, the thing is, I don't find the watch hours to be the hardest, apparently, because I'm halfway there. But I don't know. I'm taking it as it comes. It's kind of like what I said. I don't expect to be monetized because this is just for fun and for me to have something to do. And I know a lot of people say, you should stick to one topic, but I do have several topics. I tell you about my life. I don't just talk about diamond painting because I don't have that much diamond painting to talk about because I'm slow as beep. Um, so I can't tell you, oh, and then this week I will be working on that canvas and then I'll be working on this canvas and I'm done with just a few days. So I'll, you know, kit up this canvas. I mean, I can't do that unless I'm very, very close to being done. And I don't do several kits because I will just ruin my brain with it. But yeah. Dave, oh yeah, that's right. Need 500 subs and 3K watch hours to open up memberships and link your merch stores to your videos. Still 1K and 4K to monetize. I have no idea, Dave. I'm just here. And I enjoy it and I love that all of you are here with me. So yeah, that is actually the most important thing for me is that, I talk to people and I enjoy it. And plus, I get to practice my English. That is actually important too, that I get that English talking. And yeah, they created 2 tiers of monetization. I have no idea. I haven't gotten any emails about it. Peg, this is such a wonderful community, though. I'm happy to be here no matter what happens with growth and whatnot. And I love the way you lift others up. Yeah, that's good for everyone. Oh, thank you, Paige. You talk about everything too, Snaggy. I mean, me too. I mean, the reason I actually started my channel, which didn't last very long apparently, was to, educate other people how it is to live with a rare disease like mine. But then, it ended up me being creative, which it did talk about. This would be my life as it is. Creativities, cats, husband, life. So basically, it is still what I wanted it to be, but I tell you about my life and what's going on while I diamond paint. So it's kind of like, yeah. Linda's Crafty Life. I love this sense of community we have online. It feels less lonely and how we can make friends from all over the world. Yes, exactly. Sharon, I started mine for coloring, never added anything, but then found diamond painting, and you know the rest. Yeah, I mean, I do still tell. I have a video that I want to make about my my life with Klippel-Feil syndrome. I just need to work on it, because it isn't hard to talk about today, but I know if I go into it, it'll be a little rough. Just like the video I talked about, being bullied as a child. That one was really hard to make. And I did have to take a break because it got to me. Even though it's 30 years ago or something, right? Almost 30 years ago, it still got to me um, because it's still in you. Um, so yeah, some videos just get you more than others. So yeah, Snaggy, honestly, my friends are YouTube. A lot of mine is too. I don't get out a lot and I have a hard time um, trusting people in real life because I don't know if they actually mean when they say that they want me as their friend, which is, I don't know. For some reason, it's easier in here because, you show up in my life, you watch my videos. So that is, a sign of belonging, at least in my world. Mm, Sharon, been asked to do more weapon chats, coloring chats. That is a good idea. I mean, whips will bring up watch hours of the weapon chats. Pencil surprises, Sharon. I must do an announcement video tomorrow as we got a sponsor for Big Butts. Ooh, that is cool. Congratulations, Sharon. My friends are too snuggle. I'm housebound, chairbound, so if I didn't have y'all, I would crack up. Yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time at home too. So, Linda's Crafty Life. I can have a dark sense of humor, and in real life, it's hard to find people who laugh with me. Oh, mine is dark and wicked. I mean, sometimes people, if they don't see me, they would absolutely misunderstand me. You have to be able to see my smile and the twinkle in my eyes to understand that I'm totally joking. Otherwise, um, you would actually think that I was mean or something like that, just because my humor is wicked and dark. So yeah. Mm, Snuggie was one of the sponsors last year. Oh, that is cool. What did you sponsor with Snuggie? But yeah, Facebook is amazing and you do get a lot of friends. Berta, I'm only here because I don't like any of you. Well, I love you too, Berta. A lot, a lot. Um, Linda, I'm pagan, have bipolar and borderline personality disorder, so my sense of humor depends on my mood. Yeah. And Sharon, of course, Berta, we love you too. Never trust a teasing Berta. So yeah, hmm, I do enjoy this. I remember, I think we talked about this before. When I did my first lives, I was very adamant, just 1 hour, Everybody else was like, oh, I do a 1 hour live and that is it. And I was like, okay, I need to stick to 1 hour. And then eventually it became an hour and 15 minutes. And I had the feeling, that people was like, I'm breaking up a conversation, or sometimes people want to join in a little later, and I was basically like, okay, people will tell me when it's time to end the live because they will say, oh, I have to go now, or okay, it's time for me to blah, blah, blah. Um, and then I look at how many people is in here, and if everybody is saying goodbye, okay, then it is time to end it for today. Yeah. Snaggy, I don't trust people, and a lot of people I run across are users or whatever, so I say to myself, I know that. Some people are just there to use your good heart. I mean, they misuse that you're kind to other people. Yeah. Sharon couldn't find a reading book on England for Rosa, but I have found a British coloring book. That would be neat. I mean, we do need to wait a little because she's still just. I mean, most of the time when you can recognize anything on her paintings is when I help her. But yeah, it is neat, and she'll do it later. She loves children's books. Right now, she is. I got her a book last week about where she needed to find stuff in a book about Paw Patrol. She needed to find a dove or she needed to find a chicken and stuff like that. And then she has this interactive book. It's kind of, you see this egg at the first page and you need to nug it so that it'll crack. And out comes this, whatever it is, and then you need to scratch it because it has some lice or whatever or some things, and then you need to turn off the light because it's scared of something, and no, this is too dark, so you have to turn on the light again. And it's so fun. You need to kind of like make it rock because there's a boat in it, and then you need to do like this because everything needs to fall off and you have to turn it. I love that book as much as Rosa does because she's really into what I'm needing to do. And there's a prince that you need to kiss. So she takes the book up and she kisses it. And yeah. Thank you, Sharon. Dave, I started a scheduling for an hour. First live went 2 hours because I lost track of time. Everyone was disappointed it ended at 2, so I ended up just going 3. I think about shortening it again. I mean, mine usually go between an hour and a half and 2. I don't think I've ever been over 2 by just a few minutes. Like, yeah, I'm almost done at a plasma center. If you're still on when I get home, I'll be back. I don't know, maybe. I'm at a 1.5 hour now, but we'll see if I'm still here. Sharing my life, so 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah, you have a big, good heart, Snuggy. I really believe so. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yeah, I love being her auntie. I'll have to pick her up tomorrow from the kindergarten, but next Monday she has a doctor appointment, so I won't see her that day. But doctor appointments are very important as well. I think it might be her 3-year checkup. So she needs to be vaccinated and measured and weighed and all the things. So yeah, I can't wait to see what her weight and height is now. It's kind of like I feel like she's growing like a maniac. I mean, I'm betting that by the age of 10 she's taller than me, which again doesn't say a whole lot because I'm a minion. Her favorite animal, she likes dinosaurs and she likes dogs because of Paw Patrol. She also likes Peppa Pig. So maybe no, she haven't really talked a lot about pigs. But yeah, dogs and dinosaurs. And dinosaurs is because of, you know, the dinosaur in Peppa Pig. And then she has been to a few exhibits on dinosaurs, when they have these fake dinosaurs. She loves them. And she'll sometimes play that she's a dinosaur or that I am a dinosaur and I need to chase her like, ah. Ah, thank you, sweetie. But yeah, it's kind of funny. And then she's sometimes like, Auntie, Auntie, catch me. And she'll run around screaming her little head off while I chase her around. And then when I chase her, she's like, now you run, I chase. um, what color? What color? I don't know. What color would I love? You make so many beautiful colors. Um, I don't know. As long as it isn't yellow, surprise me. Yeah, surprise me. Bye, Snuggy. I'm so happy you were here. But yeah, but I really do. I do love a lot of colors. I mean, this one is so beautiful because it's kind of like a sunset, right? Pink and orange, and it really depends on It doesn't depend on, but I love you know colors except yellow. I'm not really a big fan of yellow. I've never been. I love rainbows though. Linda, I saw a meme. It has a container of diced pork and it says Peppa Pig jigsaw puzzle. Ooh, oh my God. I don't think you should show that to a child. We'll do a surprise. Cool, Sharon. Ooh, yeah, no, I haven't seen that one. And I don't think you should show it to a lot of kids. I mean, your humor is great. I love it. But I think it'll be evil for little children. I mean, no, no, no. But it is kind of funny. There is several of those out there, where they chopped it up and then it just jigs off something. Uh, Linda, I have a few canvases with lots of color blocking. So I bought the 10 and 15 places from Everlasting Tips. I'm kind of intimidated by them. Oh, I can absolutely understand that. I have heard, and I don't know if this is true, but some creators don't like the everlasting ones because they're kind of wide. I don't know if it's true or maybe it's just, how you use them. I don't know. Shell, you can't use above 4. I haven't tried above 4 yet, but I bought a bunch from a company on AliExpress that Katie from Washi and Diamonds and Washi use because they're nice and thin. So I bought these, and I actually like them. Sorry. Oh, um, but oh, by the way, Mia, there's only 2 princess panels I'm looking for now. Ooh, is that because of the 2 you're getting from Christy? Which ones by now? Oh, by the way, the one I tagged you in yesterday, I didn't see that you wanted to sell them all together until I had tagged you. And I had no idea that Anna was around. I had no idea. I thought she was a square. Sorry. So if I ever wanted to do Anna, I have to do it as a cross-stitch conversion. But that is so cool, Berta, that you're only looking for 2 now. I mean, not long ago it was 5, wasn't it? I don't know. But yeah, I need to learn how to diamond paint faster so that I can make some of all these, and then I can buy some more because my wish list is growing because of my no buy. Nina, why is it that you don't like rounds? I don't like rounds because I have a hard time getting them straight, and I'm way too perfectionistic to not having them straight. And then also I don't like the space between them because I don't know. Live with 4 cats and there will be lots of cat hair everywhere and fuss and yeah. But the main reason I don't like them is because of the straightness. For some reason, it's way too hard for me to get them straight. Yeah. But the Lost Princess and Daughter of the Sea, the ones you tagged me in had them all already. Okay. Okay. Well, Sharon, I'm looking to try and get all the black cats with sayings on it, like the "Here's your butt" napkins. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them on AliExpress. Linda, I got Anna as a cross stitch. I want to buy diamonds from Francesca StudioWorks. That is cool. I hope that you'll get those one day. Her diamonds, her drills look amazing. And if you get ABs, you won't be disappointed at all. Absolutely not. They are so great. But yeah, I can't wait to see you start that one. I don't know. The funny thing is with Anna and the princess panels, I have seen so many do them, and the way that they're painted, it isn't crisp, and there isn't. I don't know. I feel like I want to change it up, to make their face more flesh colored. Instead, I've seen some greens and in it. I'm like, no, and there is. I don't know. Sharon, I hate to leave, but I will have to catch the rest on replay. It's okay. Love you all. Please look after yourself and each other. You too, Sharon. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you soon. So, yeah, have a great week. But, yeah, I think the Anna is the only one that I really like. The rest of them is like it's kind of like everybody diamond painting is looking for the princess panels, and I'm like over here and like, yeah, I'm not really into those. But then again, it's in general that I'm not into what's her name again? I forgot the artist name. Mandy Montano, there it was. I don't, her artwork is beautiful. And I think the only one of hers that I would really consider getting is the Wonder Woman one, because the color is amazing and I like Wonder Woman. But the rest of them, I don't know. Nina, will I have a busy week? I don't think so. Hang on. Need to check the calendar. Will I have a busy week? No, not really. Not as far as I can see. I won't have a busy week. Paige, you're not really into the panels either. You have considered the Joker one. There is a Joker panel? I have not seen that one. Can you send me a picture of that page? Gail, you love Mandy. She's your favorite. You know what? That's amazing. See, that the great thing is that there is an artist for all of us out there. I mean, I I love that we all have different tastes and I don't know, stuff like that. I don't really, except from Randall Spankler, I don't think I have a specific artist that I love, 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 and I need to have everything. Um, for me, it's much more the artwork itself. I mean, colors and I don't know. And I like the old masters, but again, it has to be something with color in it. Otherwise, I'm getting a little bored. It has to be colorful, most of it. Um, Page. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know that was it. This is the Joker panel. See, this is what I'm saying. This is one of those that I wouldn't. This is. I mean, the only color really is his lips and his hair. I can see that it is a great picture, but not for me. I do love my colors. I love, you know, pan colors. I do have a few in my stash that isn't a lot of color. For instance, the Enchanted Evening by Randall Spankler. The house is brown, and it's kind of there's a lot of dark colors in it, but that is the artist of it. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but I do love colors. I mean, which one do I have? No, don't. I mean, look at this. There is dark colors in it, but look at all those plotches of colors, and there's rhinestones in it, and you know then I don't mind some of the darker colors in it as well. I love the artwork. You just like the Joker? Have you seen the Joker one on Diamond Art Club? I don't know if it's still there or if it's being um, discontinued. I don't know. But I remember when that one came out, I was like, "Ooh, that's interesting." Just because I love the Joker as well. I love Heath Ledger's Joker. Oh, I love that one. And I love him. I mean, he's an actor that I am really sad that he died because he was so talented. But yeah. Hmm. Ledger in Phoenix. I can't remember Phoenix as an actor. I have seen some of the movies he made, but I can't remember seeing them, if that makes sense. I mean, for me, it was, darn it, what's his name? Heath Ledger and um, Brian from Fast and the Furious. Yeah, you like his, yeah, Heath Joker. Linda, you have all kind of art. I don't go by artists, but that I love the image. Exactly. What was his name? Oh, and then Boseman. I'm sad he died as well. The Black Panther. Yeah. I mean, some of those people who have died is kind of, why? You're way too young, you know? Why can't I remember his name? And I mean, the second I'm off of here, I will blurt it out because then I remember it. Exactly, that was sad. But then again, I mean, dying below the age of 60 isn't meant to be, and maybe even 70. That's not meant to be. I mean, you're too young, at least when you're younger than 60. And so many people, and artists at least, die before they're 50. And I'm like, why? Please take care of yourself, you know? So, yeah. Oh dear, we're not really a whole lot back in here. So I don't know. Do you want to keep talking or are you all here? And then Paul Walker, Linda, that is right. His name was poof gone from my brain. Okay, oh no, I'm so sorry. That is way too young. What happened, if I may ask? 22. He was almost a baby. I mean, that's half my age. I'll be 44 in a month, month and a half. But you're not supposed to die at 22. You're not. You're supposed to be out there living your life, getting an education, finding a girlfriend, moving away from home. 22 is just way too, yeah, it's too early. I can't even, no, that's too early. He had osteosarcoma, a type of bone cancer. Oh, Gail, I'm so sorry. I mean, that must have been horrible for you and him. Bone cancer that is a tough one because it's so hard to do anything about. No, no, not Jack Nicholson. It was Paul Walker. Yeah, and the Joker was Heath Ledger. Yeah, they die way too young. Some of these people, and kids dying from cancer it should be forbidden. I mean, my opinion is that I wish the cancer got cancer and died. because cancer is. We need to find a cure for cancer. Yeah. Way too many good people die from it, and too many of them are way too young. Gail, thank you. That's why I've been away from the community for a while. I was taking care of him. Of course you were. He's your baby. It must have been awful standing there next to him and just looking at him getting worse and worse. I mean, I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry, Gail. I mean, no, I can't imagine that. I mean, 22, he was supposed to live. No. Oh, I'm almost getting all teary eyed here. Um, I mean, my sister's the oldest, is being she's turning 19 in January. And I can't even imagine her not being here. I mean, he finished chemo and rang the bell and it went to his lungs. The bad thing is when it starts spreading because you can't really do anything. I mean, one of my friends, her mom got breast cancer and they were treating it and everything went well, and then they found out that it had spread to almost her entire body and to her brain, and the brain is the hardest one to treat. So it was like, yeah, we can give you life. What's it called? Where they try to keep you alive and they keep you pain free and stuff like that, but they can't remove it anymore. They're just trying to make you feel better. And because it's in the brain, it makes you seem like you get dementia. So even though she didn't, it was the cancer that ended up, her being. She couldn't remember anything. She was angry. She was screaming at everybody because she didn't know what was going on and she didn't know who these people were, and she was in pain and she didn't understand. Yeah, Linda, may he rest in peace. Your daughter will be 22 in September. It's way too young. Yeah. Gail, this community is great, helps me stay occupied. And you need that. I mean, you also need to feel, but you can't feel all the time. So you need to do something, to keep, as you said, to keep your mind occupied with something else, because if you stay in your feeling all the time, it'll get you. So yeah, you do need that. And I love this community as well. Just because, you know, we have our little groups, and then we have the larger group. But yeah, I mean, I have the people here that I love you being here and you're my friends, and then I have a bigger circle where, I mean, they're kind of friends, but they're not close friends. Kind of, they're not acquaintances either, but they are not close friends, if you know. I don't know. It's so hard to explain if you don't, if you isn't in it, aren't in it. I remember was it ninth or 10th grade? I had an English exam, and I was acing it until almost at the end. I made a mistake, a grammar mistake, and I noticed it right away, and I, corrected it myself within a second. But my teacher and the censor there had noticed it. And even though I corrected it myself, they found that I wasn't flawless, so they couldn't give me that. In Denmark back then, you can get a 13. That was the best grade you can get. So they gave me an 11, the next best. I guess you can compare it an A to an A plus. Um, and I was so disappointed because I didn't understand why. Because, you know, it isn't, you don't need to be perfectionistic. You can make a mistake, but as long as you correct it, you should get that 13. And then I came to my dad after the exam, and I told him, that I got the 11, and he just looked at me. Why didn't you get a 13? I mean, it isn't enough that I got the 11. It isn't. How about supporting your child? What if I had become a 7? Would that have been, why didn't you get a 13? People need to support each other, and we need to support our kids. Which is why you will never, ever hear me tell you that Rosa isn't doing well enough. No matter if she's a brainiac as she is right now, or if she's going to have trouble in school, she will always be perfect. She'll do her best in life, I'm pretty sure of it. Like most people do. Most people do try and do their best. Yes, there is some people who's just slacking it and trying to, get through life with doing the least as possible, but most people do work their little behinds off to get a great life. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's diffused. Very few people in this world want to just sit on their bum and doing nothing. I know from me, if I had the choice, I would absolutely be out there working my buttocks off. It isn't that funny being at home all the time. So yeah. Linda, I bought those from sStudioWorks, the French company. Even the ones who are slacking usually have things to deal with, at least the students. Oh, absolutely. But I do know people that for them it's, being lazy. That is not everybody. That is not what I'm saying. But I do know a few who is sitting on their bum because they're lazy and they won't do anything. They just expect, the state to give them money because they absolutely don't want to do anything. And that is being, slacking in my life. And most people do have something to, a lot of people out there do have issues that can be health issues or mental issues, and you can't see it. And they're not slacking, they're fighting every day. So, yeah. Um, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I put in a link for sStudioWorks. They have their own website now. But if you go to find their Facebook page, they have this draw every day from Monday to Friday where he puts up, I don't know, 15, 16 diamond painting pens, and then you could write the ones that you would love to have, and then he'll make a draw at around 7 p.m. European time, and that is the right to buy. So you should only, comment the ones that you really, really want, because if you're drawn, you have to buy it. Um, Hold on, I need to go in this way. I will find my live and then I will write it. There. Oh no, I can hear. Oh no. Sorry. There you have it. Simply Portos. Sorry. Thank you, Berta. There you have the link for the Facebook page. He does also have a web page, a website where you can buy diamond painting pens. For instance, the coffee ones. The coffee ones you have to order separately. But you need to be careful with those because they break quite easy because of the coffee beans. But most of the cinnamon ones is in those Facebook drawings. So yeah. Mine is this is the very, very first one that I got from him. Simply Tools. His name is Nicholas. So that is actually the first one. And it smells so good. I mean, this one it's at least 1 year old, maybe even a year and a half. And it still smells amazing. It's kind of like my coffee one. It isn't as strong as it used to be, but you can still smell it. But this one is the most, you can smell it really, really well. Thank you. Yes, it's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Berta, for linking this store as well. And I love it. It's the color, and then you have the cones inside as well. Maybe it's a flower. I don't know. I've always thought of it thought it is as a pine cone that was, caught in it. So to me, it looks like a pine cone. It is pretty, and I really, really love it. To be honest with you, to what I prefer today, this is a little bit thick. I can still use it without any issues, but I actually prefer my pens a little thinner today. I mean, where did it go? I mean, you can see the difference here, right? This is perfect. What is the one from this one? I wonder how much thinner. I mean, you can even see it. This is a little thinner, right? So this is pretty much how I like them. Linda, you like the thicker ones? The thin ones work well, but I enjoy using a thick one. Is the coffee one thick? You can get it both as a thin and a thick. You can always write in the comment field that you would love the thicker one because he makes both. He also makes the minis with flowers in it, and those are thick. I can't work with those. I have seen people share them in his Facebook group, and I feel like you almost have to hold it like this. You don't, but for me, it feels like that. Sure, no problem. I think even on the page with the coffee bean pen that you can see a picture of both. I don't know if they're next to each other or what they are, but at least there is both the thick and the thin. This is one of those that I bought from AliExpress that Katie sent me the link to, and it is absolutely perfect when you're multi-placing. But I do need to try the Diamond Art Club one. It is just that even in this one, I can't use a 6-placer. But I've heard that for the square ones, it's actually a 7-placer. But yeah. This one's from North Alchemist. It's a Danish turner. His name is Jonas. And I actually, by now, I prefer his and Enabler's Outpost ones. Isn't it funny how when I began diamond painting and found out about, hand-turned pens, all I heard about was the Plibo tours and then the American turners that I would never have a chance to get from. But those were the only ones that were really it. And then slowly, others began to show up. I mean, then it was Enabler's Outpost and some other Europeans one. And then about, I don't know, a year or so ago, I heard about this company for the first time. Yeah. Linda, you got the DAC multiplace, the 6. For rounds, it does only pick up 6 because of the size difference. But with the square ones, it picks up 7. Because there was a thread about this woman who complained that she had heard that this 6-placer could pick up 7 and she could only get 6 drill in it. And then she showed a picture and there were round drills and people had to explain to her, well, the round drills are bigger than the square ones. That is why that you can fit 7 square drills in it but only 6 rounds. And for some reason she chose to not listen and was complaining that she needed to contact DAC because she couldn't fit 7 in it. And everybody told her, you bought a 6-placer. And I think it's even written that the 6-placer is for the round. Hi, Alice. Welcome. How are you doing today? But yeah, there is a lot of hullabaloo with all those pens and what you prefer. And yeah, it's interesting to learn what people like the best. And I'm like, I'm thinking that I have all the pens that I would ever need, Because how many pens can you use? I mean, I found out that I can use more than one in a diamond painting compared to, I have the super sticky in some of them, and then I have glue dots in others. And in this one, I had the red wax that came with the diamond paintings for ABs, and unfortunately with this one, when the grits won't stick. So yeah. So I mean, sometimes I have at least 3 pens doing my diamond painting. And then now that I got the multi-places, when I start to do that, and maybe I need more because they have different. Oh dear. It'll end up me having like 10 diamond painting pens while I diamond paint. And they're like tuk tuk all around me. It's kind of funny. But yeah. How many of you use the super sticky? Berta introduced me to super sticky and I absolutely love it. And it goes a long way, apparently. I mean, I got this in I think in March when I got the first package from Berta, and I'm still using it. And I have even more than Berta sent to me over there. But I love it. It doesn't smell like anything, but it is a learning curve though. You need to have a spare drill so you can take off the excess wax and the sticky. So yeah. Do you have anything we need to talk about? Because I think by now I don't know. I don't know if I have a lot of to talk about. Do you have a subject we need to talk about? We did the guess the DMC. See, Paige has to go, so maybe it's a good time, even though Alice just showed up. Take care, Paige. Have a great evening and enjoy the time with your partner. I want to say hubby because you have a kid together, but take care. I wonder who is working and working today. And so play. I mean, not a lot of people are talking, but we are a few in here. Should we try to do what everybody else is doing? That if you're working and lurking, please put up an emoji. And Paige went away. Do we have any workers and lurkers? Please put up an emoji so I can see who is here. Also, if you are watching this on replay, please write hashtag replay down in the comment field. I would love to know. Yeah. Nobody is working and lurking? Okay. Or you just don't want to give yourself away. That's okay too. But I think this is about it for today. I mean, we've been here almost 2.5 hours today. That is a good diamond painting session for the workers and lurkers, right? You're still here, Dave? Okay. You have the NASCAR race on another tab while you're in this one. That's cool, Dave. I mean, multitasking is good. Then you can diamond paint and you have a full circle. But yeah, I think this is going to be it for me today. I hope to see you all. It's okay, Linda. I hope to see you all next Sunday and also in my Whip and Chat on Tuesdays. On Tuesday. But yeah, and plus, I will have a post review this week. I finally remembered that I need to do one from Secret Garden. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for having great questions and for talking to me while I'm chatting away. Yes, a post review. See you all next Sunday. Take care. Have a great week, and I love you all. Bye. 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 Bye.